Hi and welcome to this yoga practice for Selene. If you haven't already, please check out the podcast episode or YouTube video that coincides with this yoga. It'll give you a little bit more insight to Selene and into this practice as well. So we're beginning in a seated position, somewhere you can sit nice and tall. And we're going to begin with ocean breath. So ocean breath is a nice audible breath that you can hear. It is an internal breath, but you'll be able to hear it. So how I like to start off ocean breath is if you take a big inhale through your nose, and as you exhale through the mouth, imagine you're trying to fog up a window. One more time. So it's just like that, but we keep the mouth closed so that fogging up, restriction in the throat is more internal. So inhale through the nose. And I'll just let you practice that on your own for a little bit. No need to get it perfect, just a breath that you can hear. You can let your breathing return to normal, or continue to return to this ocean breath throughout practice. Bringing the right hand or the right elbow down by your side. On an inhale, sweep the left hand up and overhead, stretching through the left side body. So make sure to pull the left shoulder down and away from the ear while reaching the left hand far over to the right. On your next exhale, you're going to start to smooth the fingers forward. So reaching forward with the arm. And on an inhale, pull back with the thumb. Maybe spiral the heart up towards the sky. Exhale, fingers smooth forward. Inhale, pull the thumb back, open up through the heart. One more time, fingers reach forward. And then open up. And we'll send it all the way through to the other side. Left hand or left arm comes to the floor. Right arm comes up and overhead. Think about really rooting that right hip down into the ground. When you're ready, we'll send the fingers forward. And bringing them all the way back. Exhale to send them forward. On an inhale, pull them back, spiral the heart up to the sky. Last time, following your own breath. And come all the way up and through centre, moving into a half butterfly fold. So hugging the right heel in, send the left leg out long. On an inhale, reach the fingers up to the sky. Exhale, melting over the left leg. So hands can reach for the calf, they can wrap around the foot or anywhere in between. Let the head round over, let the hips grow heavy. We'll start to roll up through the spine. Plant the right palm on the mat, and on an inhale, sweep the left hand up and overhead. If you like here, you can start to lift up off the hips. Exhale to place the hips back down, and we'll switch sides. Right leg out long, left heel hugs in. On an inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, folding over the right leg. Maybe return into that ocean breath. And we'll slide back up, roll up through the spine. Plant the left hand, inhale, reach the right hand up and overhead. Stay here or start to lift the hips up off the ground, opening up through the front body. Exhale, replacing the hips down. This time both legs go out long. So finding a place that's really good for you here, so they don't have to be like splits wide, just somewhere that's comfortable for you. Keep both toes actively pointing towards the face, and we'll start to walk the fingers out in front. So maybe you're up on the hands, working on that hip flexibility. Or maybe you can get away down flat to the floor. Thinking more about the sensation over the shape. So the shapes don't really matter. What matters is how it feels. And of course, returning to your breath here. Let's press into the hands to roll back up and make our way forward onto all fours. On an inhale, send the right leg out long. We're going to slide the right toes all the way over to the left side. Turn to look past your left shoulder, over at your heel. Getting a big stretch through the right side body. And then bringing it back through centre. Taking it over to the other side, left leg out long. Sliding the toes over to the right. And we turn to look at our heel. Coming back through centre once again. Just bump the hips a little side to side. Maybe take a little cat-cow. And then we'll come to stillness. This time we're going to swing the right leg out to the side. So we're kneeling on the right shin and we're going to send the left leg out long, coming into a little gate variation. So left hand reaches up and overhead. Nice long line from the left fingertips all the way down to the left heel. Breathing into the side body. We'll come through centre, get situated in our tabletop again, and take it over to the other side. Swing the left leg out, kick the right leg out, and open up through the side body. Coming into our gate variation. So I'm pressing into the top of that left foot firmly. My entire right foot is on the floor. I'm clawing into my fingertips. And bring it back through centre. And peel your way up to downward dog. We're just going to slide the right leg through, coming into a low lunge. So lower the back knee, and on an inhale, rise all the way up for crescent lunge. So deep stretch in the front of that hip. Maybe look up to the sky. On an exhale, we rain the fingers down to the mat. As we do, the hips come back. We straighten through the front leg. Toes point to the face. And once again, we bend into the front knee, rise up, crescent lunge, maybe a slight back bend. And exhale. Raining it down, send the hips back, straighten the front leg. One more time in your own breath rhythm, inhaling to rise. And exhaling as you fold. Plant the palms. And we'll step it back into plank or half plank. Lower all the way down to the belly. Inhale to open the heart. And exhale, make your way back to downward dog. Sliding the left foot up. Finding our lunge on this side. We're lowering the back knee. And on an inhale, we rise up for our crescent lunge. Exhale to come into our half splits. Left toes flex towards the face. Inhale, rise up, slight back bend maybe. Exhale to fold. Last time with your own rhythm. And we'll press into the hands, step it back to plank or half plank, and move through a flow, meeting in downward dog. On an inhale, lift the right leg up high. Exhale, stepping it in between the hands. We pivot on the back foot and rise up into warrior one. On an exhale, we'll straighten through the front leg, hands shoot behind us, coming into a pyramid variation with the hands lifted in aeroplane arms. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale to fold. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale to fold. This time, plant the palms, step it back, move through a flow, or head straight to downward dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up high. Exhale, stepping it through into warrior one. Nice, strong stance. Fierce gaze right out in front. On an exhale, straighten through the front leg. We'll send the hands behind us, tilting forward. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale to fold. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale to fold. Plant the palms, move through a flow, and I'll meet you in downward dog. On an inhale, lift the right leg up high. Exhale, stepping it through, warrior one. Inhale, straighten through the front leg, folding over, coming into a pyramid pose, hands reach for the floor. Think about pulling the right hip crease back. On an inhale, rising up again strong for warrior one. And then we open up, warrior two. Back foot's in line with the back edge of the mat. Gaze right beyond the front hand. Taking the front hand forward, up and back for peaceful warrior. And all the way back to warrior two. We'll pivot on the back foot, coming into a high lunge. From here, we're going to send the hands down to the mat. And on an inhale, kick off and lift the left leg up high for standing splits. Stay here, or you can come on to the right hand, start to stack the hips and open up for our half moon shape. Left hand reaching to the sky, kicking out with the left foot. Hand can also be on a block here. This is a tricky pose, so make it your own. And on an exhale, bringing it all in. Plant the palms, move through a flow. Inhale to lift the left leg up high. Exhale, stepping it through, warrior one. On your next inhale, you grow tall as the front knee straightens. And on an exhale, you fold it over, pyramid pose. Inhale to make your way back to warrior one. And on an exhale, open it up to warrior two. Peaceful warrior. Expansive breath. Warrior two. Pivoting on the back foot, making our way into a high lunge. Reining the fingers down to the mat, out in front, and on an inhale we kick off with the right leg coming into standing splits. Walk the hands a little forward if that feels better. And you can stay here or you can come on to the left hand, start to stack the hips, reach the right hand up to the sky, reaching out with the right leg. Neck is nice and long, breath is nice and smooth. And on an exhale, rein it all back in, coming into your fold. One more time, choose a flow that makes you feel amazing, and we'll meet in downward dog. From downward dog, we'll lower the knees, make our way onto the belly and into Sphinx pose. So pressing into the elbows, pressing into the hands, pressing into the pubic bone and the tops of the feet. Collarbones spread either side, the throat is open, the neck is long, the face is soft. You can return to that ocean breath here once again. On an exhale, we'll release, coming into a broken wing pose. So bringing the right arm out, so the elbow's directly in line with the shoulder, and I'm going to take my arm into a right angle shape. You can take yours out long if you like, and I'm going to use my left hand to push into the mat and to roll me over onto that arm. So taking a variation with the legs that feels good, so maybe your left leg is rolled all the way over, maybe it's out in front for like a little bit of a kickstand for a little more support. There should be no pain. If there is any pain, you've gone a little too far, so please come out of it. And on an exhale, we'll release, come back through centre, so setting up with the left arm directly out from the shoulder, hand remains flat to the floor, and I'm using my right hand to press into the ground to help roll me over and finding an appropriate position for you. on an exhale, roll back through centre. And we're going to roll all the way over onto our back. So coming into banana pose here, or maybe more appropriate for it to be a little bit of a half moon pose here today instead. So we're sending the feet over to the right side of the room. The shoulders are over to the right side of the room, and the hips are over to the left. Hands reach up and overhead, and if you want a little more, you can cross your left ankle over your right ankle. You can take hold of your left wrist, and this should hopefully feel like a really nice stretch all the way down the full left side body. So on a big expansive inhale, really feeling the left side open up. And on an exhale, release and come back through centre. Take it to the other side. So this time hips bump over to the right, ankles bump over to the left, shoulders bump to the left. And if you want to cross the right ankle, you can. Maybe take hold of the right wrist. And we'll come back through centre. Hug the knees into the chest before letting them fall over to the right. Just taking a quick twist. And pulling them back up through centre and letting them fall over to the left. And back through centre. We'll send the legs out long, bring the hands by the side. In our final resting posture, Shavasana. And here we repeat to ourselves, I am divine in all my forms. I am divine in all my forms. I am divine in all my forms. Thank you so much for letting me guide you through this practice.